So if you're like me, you may be getting a phone call once a week, maybe more, from somebody offering to buy your house. And you may think it's a scam. You may be wondering if it's legit. It's probably legit, but chances are it's not somebody who's actually wanting to buy it for themselves to live in. Chances are it's one of two people. It's either an investor or a wholesaler. And some people think that those two people are the same, but they're not. They're different. So what an investor wants to do is they want to flip your house for a profit, or they want to rent it out to somebody so they can have that steady income stream coming in for themselves. But either way, they're looking to make a profit on your house. And what they'll do is they will look for houses that are in a nice neighborhood but are a little older, could use some updates. And if that's you, your phone's probably ringing off the hook. So you may be wondering, if you haven't already hung up on the person, which you probably have. But if you actually did go through and talk to them, you may be wondering what kind of offer they would make you on your house. And usually they're going to say things like, we'll pay you all cash, which is not actually cash. And there's another video about that that explains what exactly a cash offer is. But they'll say they can close fast, which they can because they're paying cash. And they're not using a bank, so they don't have to go through with an appraisal and do other things that a bank's going to require. So they can close usually within a week or two, sometimes faster, and that may be important to you. And then they'll say they'll buy your house as is, which means you don't have to fix anything up. Just move out, and that's all you have to do. So that may be appealing for somebody, but here's the thing: the all cash offer they're going to make you is going to be low because, again, they're an investor. This is what they do for a business. They need to make a profit off your house. So you may be asking, well, how low? Well, fortunately, there is an equation that's pretty standard that most investors will use.
And that is they will take about 70 to 75% of what they think your house will be worth after they repair it. So it's the after repair value, or ARV is the acronym that they use most of the time. And then they will subtract what they think it will cost to do the rehab on the house. And that's the offer that they will make you.
Take, for example, your house. It's a nice house. It's a little older. It's in a decent neighborhood. The kitchen, could be updated. The bathrooms could be updated. The floors, you have old carpet in there, but it's in decent condition. You had an appraiser come out and said that your house in its current state is worth $200,000. And that's not a zestimate or, an arbitrary number. That's what an actual appraiser said your house is worth. Well, an investor looks at that house and they say, well, if I do what's called a cosmetic rehab, which means they're going to put in a new kitchen, new bathrooms, probably new floors, paint it. They're not taking it down to the studs or doing a full gut job. They're doing a cosmetic rehab.
And after they do that, they estimate that based on comparable homes in your neighborhood, that the after repair value of your house is $250,000. So that's your ARV. So they're going to take 70% of $250,000. They're going to subtract what they believe their rehab cost to be. And we'll say for that kind of a cosmetic rehab, it's about $20,000. So for your house that was valued at $200,000 by an appraiser, they're going to be offering you about $155,000.
So, pretty low, right? Well, again, they're going to close fast. They're going to pay you cash. You don't have to do anything to your house. That's kind of the appeal to that kind of thing. So that's what an investor is going to offer you. And here's the thing, too. An investor usually doesn't have a lot of time to go and contact people directly to offer to buy their houses. They're too busy, doing their rehabs. So that's where wholesalers come in.
And what a wholesaler does is they find houses for investors using the same kind of criteria, so older houses that can be rehabbed to force the appreciation into them and turn a profit. So let's take our $250,000 ARV house. A wholesaler is going to take that same formula, but they're going to go even lower because they need to make a bit of a profit too. So if you're on the phone with a wholesaler, you can expect a lower offer than if you were talking directly to an investor. And you should ask them that. Say, are you planning on wholesaling my house, or are you actually going to be doing the rehab yourself? Then you'll know who you're talking to.
And, a lot of us might say, that offer sucks. I would never sell for that. But, everybody's situation is different. And if you don't mind taking a lower, amount of money because you need to sell fast, then it might make sense for you. But here's some advice. If you're going to sell to an investor, be careful because there are a lot of shady investors out there. The last couple of years, real estate investment has really become a very popular enterprise because home values are just skyrocketing. So there's a lot of sharks in the water right now. A lot of out of town companies offering to buy your house sight unseen, things like that. My advice to you is if you are going to sell to an investor, sell to somebody local, someone who you could actually look up their track record to see if they're legit. Because you don't want to sell to some nameless, faceless company that they're you may never see. You want to sell to someone who you can actually meet, shake their hand, and know that your sale is actually going to go through. Now, if you want to make the most money off of the sale of your house, we can go the other way. As your real estate agent, we can fix up your house, we can list it, we can make it look as good as possible and get the absolute highest possible offer for your home. So I'm there for you either way. So if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you in your specific situation with your home selling goals, please click the link in the description. I'll reach out as soon as I can and we can talk about how I can help you sell your house in a way that makes sense for you.